the long and blood-soaked history of the Predator franchise, every chapter has asked one defining question: what does it mean to be the apex predator? In 1987, it was brute strength against alien cunning. In 2022's magnificent prey, it was indigenous wisdom against cosmic arrogance. Now, in the boldest narrative leap the franchise has ever attempted, Predator, the Golden Helm asks something far more ancient and terrifying. What happens when a hunter from the stars mistakes a legend of Earth for something worth killing across time itself? The story centers on a veteran Yautja hunter, scarred, decorated, and obsessed with legendary trophies, who intercepts a fragment of historical data recovered from a previous hunt on Earth. Among corrupted battlefield recordings, he identifies a warrior unlike any recorded in Yautja archives, Achilles of Phthia, moving with impossible speed, surviving wounds that should have been fatal, standing alone against armies. To the Predator's cultural framework, shaped entirely around the hierarchy of prey, there is only one logical conclusion. This human is something beyond human, a demigod, and his skull, crowned in that legendary golden helm, would be the greatest trophy in Yautja history. The hunter travels back, not through casual pursuit, but through a form of deep archive temporal tracking technology, a controversial and sacred tool used only for hunts of the highest honor. He arrives outside the walls of Troy during the 10th year of the war, in the precise window of Achilles' most legendary period. The irony is razor sharp. The Predator comes not to wage war, but to observe, to measure, to determine if Achilles is worthy of the hunt, or if he is something altogether beyond classification. What follows is a film structured in 3 brutal acts. The first act is pure tension, the Predator moving invisibly through the chaos of Trojan warfare, watching Achilles dismantle armies with terrifying efficiency. Every observation deepens the hunter's conviction. This is no ordinary man. The cloaked alien witnesses Achilles drag Hector's body behind his chariot, and in that moment of savage, grief-fueled rage, the Predator sees a mirror of itself. The hunt is sanctified. The second act detonates into action. The Predator makes its presence known, not through cheap ambush, but through challenge. It reveals itself to Achilles in full armor, standing in the firelight of the Greek camp, and issues the Yautja equivalent of a warrior's declaration. What happens next is the film's most audacious gamble. Achilles, rather than fleeing, accepts. Because Achilles has spent his entire life looking for a death worthy of his legend, and whatever this armored god creature before him represents, it is certainly that. The fight sequences are choreographed to be the most viscerally intense in franchise history. The Predator cannot simply overwhelm Achilles. Every weapon in its arsenal is met with impossible Greek ferocity. A plasma blast is dodged, a net is cut, the smart disc is deflected by a divine bronze shield, and Achilles, bleeding and laughing, drives his spear through the Predator's armor in a moment that freezes the alien hunter in something it has rarely experienced: genuine respect and genuine fear. The third act transcends action entirely. As Achilles presses his advantage, the Predator does something unprecedented in franchise history. It stops fighting. It removes its mask, not in defeat, but in recognition. It has found what it came for, and it is greater than it imagined. But herein lies the tragedy. Achilles, wounded in the infamous heel by Paris's arrow, an event the Predator witnesses and cannot intervene in without violating Yautja code, dies not at the alien's hands, but at fate's. The Predator stands over the fallen warrior, removes the golden helm, and holds it. Then, in a scene that will define this franchise for another decade, it places the helm back on Achilles' head. It does not take the skull. It buries its greatest prize in the earth of Troy, marking the location with Yautja symbols that will remain undiscovered for 3,000 years. The final image, the Yautja ship rising from the plains of Troy at dawn, carrying not a trophy, but a memory. Some prey is too magnificent to own. Some legends belong to time itself. Predator. The Golden Helm succeeds by doing what the best entries in this franchise have always done. It uses the alien hunter as a dark mirror, reflecting humanity's most primal truths back at us. In Achilles, we see our own hunger for glory. In the Predator, we see our own capacity to recognize something greater than ourselves. And in their impossible meeting, we see what this franchise has always been about: the terrifying, beautiful, universal language of combat between worthy souls.